I am alive, and it's good to be alive. What is up, everybody? Today I wanted to talk about a very underused frame, Zephyr. Forgive me if I'm a little nasally. I am still incredibly sick, but I want to talk about Zephyr because she's a frame that looks really cool, especially with her Tenogen skins, and she has a lot of potential, but I think a lot of people would agree that she's just kind of disappointing, especially since a lot of us were talking about her rework and possibly making her fly similar to that of Arcling, and we kept wondering why the devs didn't do this. You know, why didn't they let her fly? And then a few months later we got Titania, so that kind of answered that question. What do you guys think? Drop a comment below. Would you guys have rathered a new Warframe altogether, like Titania, which is no doubt pretty cool in my opinion? Or would you rather they just have added that to Zephyr and give her some more usability? I will say though that Zephyr is still pretty fun to use. She's just not as good as other Warframes. For example, her B ability, I'm on Xbox, her third power creates a windshield around her that is going to absorb all incoming fire, which is very nice against Grineer and Corpus. Not going to do much for you against Infested. This is nice, unlike Rhino's Iron Skin and Neza's Warding Halo, because this isn't strength-based, this is duration-based. For the entire duration, you don't have to worry about the shield breaking. It's going to hold all the punches that get thrown at you. It's really fun. It makes her really fun to use against enemies with guns. I mean, I could sit here all day because of my power efficiency build and how fast I generate energy, and these guys wouldn't be able to touch me, to be honest. See, look, ability deactivates, I just turn it back on and I'm fine. I would also like to note that this ability does seem to work well against Targus Rook and his flamethrower as well. I just tested it in a mission last mission I did, and it seemed to block it just fine, which is also very cool. So fire's not much of a problem anyways. But her other powers are not very useful, especially if you're indoors. Her first ability will dash you through the air like that, and this power is weird because the distance you travel is actually based on your power duration and not your power range, which I find very annoying and obnoxious. It's kind of nice because her tornado and her windshield are based off of power duration anyways, but you'll notice here that I fly pretty high. And that's with the ceiling. If I didn't have a ceiling above me, sometimes it's very annoying. I fly too high and then I just get teleported out, and it'll cause me to teleport back down on the map, and I won't even get to use her second ability, which I will now show you. If you use her A ability, you will leap into the air, and then her second ability causes you to dive bomb, knocking everyone down around you, which is actually really fun. It makes an incredibly cool noise. Here, let me do it again for you so you guys can hear it. You kind of hear this screeching, like, eagle sound as she plummets to the ground. It is an incredibly cool power. I would say that you should maybe incorporate her first and her second power into one ability, but to be fair, her first ability does give her quite a bit of mobility in open environments. For example, this is a really long hallway, so if I wanted to... and fantastic, that drained all my energy, but point is, if you jump first and then use her first power, you don't jump straight into the air, you instead fly in the direction that you're looking. This is really nice because Zephyr has an innate passive ability that allows her to stay in the air longer. As you can see, she's very floaty and you can aim glide for an extremely long amount of time. So actually, before you land, you can actually use your first power several times if you're looking in an upward direction, and you can actually use that to kind of fly around the map without actually touching the ground. Though you can't really attack people while you're doing that, so it's strictly mobility based, and to be honest, Nova can teleport, which I just find way more helpful. On top of that, her ultimate ability is very fun to use. Let me go ahead and drop some energy pads. She's got some tornadoes here, and they're hilarious. They throw people around. I absolutely love watching people just get thrown around like idiot ragdolls. You can see a guy getting sucked up into the pipes of the ceiling there. But it's a very hard ability to control, and sometimes it's not going to do what you want it to do, because a lot of abilities in this game are targeted, so they will activate upon your targeted area, wherever you're looking. Her tornadoes seem to kind of just spawn wherever they feel like it. Sometimes they'll spawn right in front of you, sometimes they'll spawn really far away. Sometimes they'll all be in a chunk in one spot, so they don't, you know, cover enough area. There's really no way to control it. I've noticed that it helps if you wait to use the ability when enemies are nearby. I'll see if I can do it. Because if I activate it right now, it just kind of ends up in a random spot. But if you wait until there's enemies nearby, it has a greater chance of spawning where enemies actually are, as you can see happen just there. So that's one bit of advice I can give. I noticed a lot of people praising Zephyr lately. Not a lot of people, like 2 people to be honest. They're like, oh man, Zephyr's so tanky and blah blah blah, and you know, she's pretty tanky against bullets, and it's really cool, but I have to argue that Rhino and Neza are just better tank frames. I mean, I think their abilities are better. Warding Halo is just far more reliable. It not only blocks incoming damage, but it also deals damage to enemies around you, which is amazing. And if you get Neza's Augment mod for Warding Halo, you can actually put it on your allies and their sentinels, which I'll show you in another video. It's absolutely incredible. I don't know. I feel like Zephyr definitely needs some love. So if you're thinking about getting her, she's researched in the clan dojo. Not terribly hard to get. She will cost you quite a bit of Oxium though, so be sure you stock up on hundreds of Oxium. For those of you who don't know how to get that very well, I recommend either excavation missions, probably on any Corpus planet, and you'll get Oxium Ospreys fairly often. But yeah, she's just, I really hope they rework her next, because right now they're focusing on reworking Limbo, who, not to be a dick, but I could honestly care less about Limbo. I think Limbo also needs some love. I really do think Limbo needs a rework. I just feel like Zephyr needs it worse. I mean, I don't know. Aside from her windshield, I feel like there's nothing she's particularly good at. The reason I'm talking about Zephyr right now is because I was just looking at her Tenogen skin that I have on her right now, and it's absolutely gorgeous, you guys. And the potential here for her to be a good Warframe is totally there. Even if she's not the bird frame, or you know, she could be the wind Warframe. I just feel like compared to Ember or Hydroid or Frost, Zephyr as an elemental frame, or even Saren for that matter, if you want to consider her poison frame, she just falls short. She really does. She'll do good against guys with guns, but aside from that, she doesn't really bring anything to the table. I mean, look at Chroma, for example. Chroma, you can use his elemental ward to achieve a various number of effects. I'll make a video on that as well. But, you know, he can tank, and on top of tanking, you know, he gets other bonuses like faster reload speed for his pistols, or reflecting damage back at enemies, or, I don't know, just so much more interesting to play as, rather than this, like, kind of duration-based iron skin kind of knockoff. I don't know, it just seems really uninteresting to me. Don't get me wrong, I like this ability. It's a good ability. It obviously just saved me from having my face blown off by a napalm guy right there, but, oh, and look at that. I've run out of life support because I'm too busy making this video. I don't know. I really wish they would give Zephyr the attention she deserves. I feel like I almost would have preferred Zephyr had the ability to fly around, like an Arcwing, and maybe just give her some sweet-looking wings. Titania is very fun, though, on the other hand. Like, I feel like if Zephyr got that treatment, she wouldn't have got the custom guns and the custom sword. I don't know, maybe she would have. Oh, wow. Killed me, like, instantly. So again, Zephyr is not a Warframe I play as a lot. She just looks gorgeous with the skin, and it's kind of a shame because, you know, I was kind of fascinated with the concept of her. When you first start playing Warframe, it's such a huge game that you look at all these frames and things you don't have, and you're like, man, those are so cool, and you imagine what they might be like. And Zephyr just totally fell short. I mean, she flies around and dive bombs people, but she's really not that great. She needs a rework pretty badly. I mean, the thing I campaigned the hardest for Zephyr was obviously that Arcwing type flight. That is almost definitely not going to happen now that we have Titania. So, what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below what you guys think you would like Zephyr's new powers to be, or if she even gets new powers, or maybe she just gets some tweaks to her powers. I think she needs more than just tweaks. I think her first and her second ability need to go. They got to go. I mean, like, they need to just trash him. The first ability is kind of nice. I don't know, if they could make that somehow a passive. Her passive is already that she's floaty, I guess, but like, I don't know, maybe if you could hit some button while flying to consume some energy to do that flight thing. I don't know. She needs new abilities. The windshield and the tornadoes are cool. The tornadoes could use, I think, some touch-ups, but they're fun to use, and they do their job. They're crowd control. I haven't gotten mine to deal like an insane amount of damage, but as you can see here, they can definitely get you out of a jam and literally suck everyone up to the ceiling if you're inside. But anyways, I just wanted to share this video because some of you might not have Zephyr yet, and you might be really looking forward to her, or some of you might already have her and you love her, but you know, she's not the easiest Warframe to play. There's other Warframes that do her job better. Like I said, her windshield is great at tanking, but there are other frames that do that, and in my opinion, far superior. So, whether you're a Zephyr lover or you don't have her yet, drop a comment down below of what you guys think, and I hope this video was helpful. Again, if you want to pick up Zephyr, you get her in the clan dojo, so you want to join a clan, and you will research all of her parts, and to build her parts costs a fair amount of Oxium. Aside from that, I don't really have any other informational tips for you guys today. I'm still super sick, like I said. So if I don't make a video tomorrow, it's because I'm in the hospital. Not even kidding. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. Can't tell you how much it means to me that you watch my videos if you do watch them. And honestly, I hope you guys just have a kick-ass day, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace!